Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that Kodo or Lotus Kodo Rider Ramp Druid. I'll probably showcase that some more, but it's a deck I've had for a while, since last month, once this Mean Streets came out. It's been evolving, but I don't think I've ever really shown the standard build of mine. I've always shown the wild. But this one I've tweaked. This I feel will give a better chance of surviving aggro. Doesn't necessarily mean it, as we all know, the Pirate Warrior, aggro Shaman, aggro Shaman not so bad. But Pirate decks are very aggressive, and Jade Druid tends to have a hard time. But look what I did here, and hopefully it'll be a positive win weight. 2 Innervates, 2 Jade Isles, 2 Living Roots, only 1 Wild Growth. It's just think you don't need 2. We do. It would be awesome, but you need other stuff. 2 Rast, Bronzebeard. He's not so great against aggro, of course, but he is and he isn't. The good thing is he's good for tempo, especially slam their down, get Jade Spirits, etc. Usually most aggro players will remove them, so that saves damage to the face. 2 Feral Rage for healing, 2 Jade Blossom, Fandral, 2 Jade Spirits, 2 Swipes, 2 Azure Drakes, Harrison Jones. Because if you could get rid of their dumb weapons, it really helps. Nourish times 2. The second rate Bruiser, I got him because he's really good. He's good against Priest, and he's good against aggro. You can get him on turn 3 without using Innervate. It's a big thing. Of course, Aya, the Gadgetan, Auctioneer for draw, and then Behemoth, Jade Behemoth. Also, the Ancient of War is really good against aggro. You could slam a couple of those down. It tends to slow them down. The only problem is living that long. So my goal with this is, with a second rate, is to survive the turn 4 through turn 5 through hopefully 6. Then you start regaining everything and hopefully take control. Anyways, let's go ahead and queue up. And I only have 8 more wins, so I really want to grind the Druid and Golden Druid. Maybe I could do it tonight. Who knows? I will probably try to film as many of those as I can. Okay, guys. What luck, Priest. If it's Dragon, it's probably going to win. It's very tough for Jade Druid to beat Priest right now because they tend to go face a lot. They don't trade. Fandral's really good, but the problem is Shadow Ward Pain's a thing, so innovating that on turn 2 might be nice, but let's not do that. Let's try to get more Ramp and Jade Idols. Priests are tough. I have beaten Priest with this deck, but sometimes they just ignore your minions and just totally go out to face, because that's how they beat Jade Druid. Or same thing with Mage, because they can't outvalue in the late game, so they figure they just go to town and go to face. So this is geared towards anti-aggro, but I don't anticipate... Oh, wow. Okay, he's probably Reno with that kind of opening. I don't know if I would have done that. But each their own. Okay, so that's good. Let's get this going. More Jade's better. Like I said, it's going to be very tough against a Priest. And if it's Reno, it's going to... Those weapons that they have is just too insane. But the good thing about Reno Priest, if it is, they don't draw well. So if he doesn't get the answers, I could just hopefully overwhelm him. But no matter what, it's going to be a long game, and it's hopefully a long game, and it's going to be very... Oh yeah, good. That's actually really good for me.
I agree.
Because now I have... Okay, so I don't have anything else, unfortunately. Next turn, I hope I get something, because I don't have anything turn 5. That's bad. Gotta put pressure. More pressure the better, because the more time I give the Priest, it'll be worse in my favor. Alright, so another turn that's not that great for the Priest. Ooh, man. This Priest is having a real slow opening, and Thought Steal kind of makes me think it's not Dragon. That, or it's just a real bad start. Okay, so next turn we have that, and we have that. Both are going to be tough for the Priest to deal with, and then after that we're just going to be able to hopefully start rolling. I might do him instead of Aya. It depends. No, that's awesome. So awesome. Alright, so that's good. We'll get rid of that. We'll keep the board in check, so it's most likely Reno. That's going to be tough for him to deal with. Unfortunately, we can't get the both favorite trades, so we'll just do that. Might as well get the healing over and done with. Next turn, we have several turns, several options. I might do Aya. If he has Entomb, it will suck. And I'm probably going to start showing more of the wild version of this, too. I put Kuhn back in that, and I'm probably going to try to get Kuhn in here as well. If there's not a lot of aggro, I'm definitely going to cut probably Jones. Kuhn's just an awesome card to have. Some people debate if it's good for Jade because you don't tend to live to turn 10, and then you don't really need that. It's an overkill against control. Okay, so we have several options. Let's see what's the best next. What's he going to do? Entomb? If he entombs... Oh, okay. Stealing, thieving... Oh, wow, that's very nice. So he's definitely not Reno. He has a couple, so I don't know what kind of deck he is. He might have Entomb. Alright, that's not that great. Alright, we could, let's see what we're going to do here. We have several options. We could start building a Jade army, which I think we're going to do. We're a little off curve. I should have probably done that, but I want to get as much on the board as I can. Next turn we have Aya. We have the Behemoth. Actually, I kind of think that was a misplay. I should have done the Jade Idol, but oh well. The problem is this guy. So I could get much discount against this dude because he's not flooding the board.
I wonder.
Aya will most likely be entombed or... interesting. Okay. Wow, I don't know. I haven't seen this kind of priest for a long time. The good thing is he's getting real low on cards. Wonder why he did that. He should have actually, unless he plans on taking the 3/3 out. Is he really going to be able to... Wow, this priest. I've never seen a priest play these type of decks anymore. It's kind of nice. Wow, so he clears the board, so that's okay. Unfortunately, we don't get the... Well, dude. Sorry to burst your bubble. I get ramp. I get a 4/4 on board, which is very difficult for a priest to deal with. And then we'll go from there. I'm kind of glad it's not a dragon priest. It's just so difficult for me to... or Jade Druid to go. Now we're at the point where... we don't need to worry about let's hopefully he deaths that, and then when I need actually some card draw, and hopefully she will give a lot of value. And I'm definitely not playing this probably 100%. A couple turns back, floating that mana was bad. I wanted to flood the board as much as possible. Is he an Enzoth priest? Might be. Now notice there's not much aggro on tonight. Both wild and standard. I've been playing mostly wild, but okay, this game's gonna take a while, so we're probably gonna only do one. I'm gonna, like I said, I have 8 wins left. I'm gonna try to showcase as many as those. Definitely the last couple to where we actually get the Golden Druid, but okay, so that's gonna be pain. He could... Oh, wow, man, this guy. Interesting deck. Wow. Yeah, he did good. It's not that much, though, but it's enough, right? Alright, so let's do... Let's see. We'll do him again. We're going to ignore that. I'll deal with it next turn. So, I'm already getting a lot of stuff on board. I'm trying to protect Aya as much as I can so I could get a really good battle cry, and then if she gets entombed or whatever, it's not going to be that bad. Player earlier, you know, kind of... Okay, is it going to be a death? Okay, good. One death, fine. Where's my... Okay, so he gets rid of one of those. That's okay. I'm going to have to obviously trade into that. I'm not going to use Feral Rage. Alright, so let's do this. That's why I saved her, because if she gets entombed, yeah, I don't get an 8-8, but I get a 7-7 on board, and that's going to be pretty devastating for this guy to... And plus, the 7-7's out of Dragon Fire Potion range. Next turn, we'll probably put the second rate down. Maybe Feral... Actually, I told you she'd be entombed. So, we're going to ignore that because we have lethal.
It is finished. You win. You win.
Little BM from people, right? But I don't even know if that priest deck's very competitive. It's fun though, right? I like seeing different stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and do one more, guys. It wasn't too bad, and let's go ahead and queue up. Oh, a druid, most likely Jade. So it's whoever going to Jade better. The problem is this deck is geared more towards anti-agro, so that means if his is a greedier list, he probably will win. I guess we could put that down. We don't have enough mana to do anything else. He's either going to ignore it or trade. Next turn, we'll probably coin out the Jade Blossom to get Jade going. That sucks because he's going to get... okay, so he does trade a little. He's going to get... okay, so that's not good. We got to get going. Next turn we have that, so that's good. Then we have Nourish, so we got some stuff to play. Hopefully this will be a win. Druid versus Druid, like I said, all comes down to who gets the better start. And he's getting good card draw. But the good thing... Oh, and he's Jade. So, I'm ahead on him on that, but like I said, it's whoever's going to get the greedier start. Now, I'm not going to really do anything with that. We have to develop the board. Next turn, we have several options. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, it's whoever's going to get the better Jade start in our mid-game and late game. And this is geared towards anti-aggro, so there is that. And he has Raven Idol, so you see his is geared towards the normal greedier list or slower list, so it's going to be interesting. I'm ahead on the board, but that's not saying much. In the next turn, depends on what he does, we can answer. We're either going to innervate. We actually might innervate for mana, it depends, because so he's going to nourish. Alright, good. What does he nourish for? Cards? Oh no, he nourished for mana, so we might actually do the same. Because that means he has stuff in his hand he needs to play, so we need to follow suit. Depends on what we get. Fandral, Fandral with that would be awesome. Like I said, we need to do the same. We have several options next turn, but the reason I did that is because my opponent did it. We need to can't fall too far behind in this matchup, a mirror matchup. It would have been nice to wait for Fandral, but... Okay, next turn we get the Behemoth. Ooh, see, that's really, really bad because I have no way to answer that. We could do that and that. That would do 4 at 4. That's not enough, so we're going to have to do this. We're going to... You know what? Let's just save that. Yeah, we're going to save it. Let's just hero power and wait. So he has the greedier list. So that Avatar War, Ancient War is going to be, could potentially win him the game. We might have a big tempo swing next turn, but it depends. But we're really behind. Fandrel's really bad. We could probably deal with him, and that's pretty much game. There's just no way I can come back from that. So I see, mine's geared towards anti-aggro, but his is not. So we could... we have to get rid of Fandral. We can't leave him on board. We don't have, unfortunately, don't have enough mana to deal with his So he's going to do 9 damage, so that's really bad. We're just way too far behind. That move, the Raven Idol. As you can see, this deck will not be able to compete with the more greedier Jade, because there's just no way I can compete with the value he gets. And of course he's going to go face. There's no other reason not to, right? Sucks, man, because if there's no... let's see, is there anything we could do to... No, we could do that, I guess, but give him stuff to kill, but it's just too much, too far. We're too far behind. There's just no way for us to deal with this. We just hope he trades, but if he doesn't, then it's over. Plus I mean, I'm just too far behind. That turn plus that what is it called? Just too much to deal with. With Founder on board too. Yeah, there's just not much else I can do, guys. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to concede, because what else is there for me to do? Yeah, I'm just taking all this damage to face, and without mulch, it's pretty tough. He is out of cards, but a little bit too late. How am I gonna get through that, right? All right, so let's do this. We could do cycling stuff, but oh well, we might be able to get through this guy. But I really think it's a little bit too little, too late. I don't know if that's the first Jade Idol, but I don't know if we can recover, but we'll try. It's tough against the mirror when you don't have the greedier lists. But like I said, this is more geared towards anti-agro, so it should, in theory, do a little bit better. Like that, that's tough. He's probably gonna get rid of the Drake. No, he's not. He's just going face. I mean, I do got 2 Feral Rages. If I could only get them, the good play would be this and this. We're doing this. Hopefully we get some of our... Oh, okay, we're really behind. So we're probably going to have to drop it down. Oh, wow, that's so important. But I don't have... Oh, man. There's just no way. It's too late because he has lethal, right? I mean, that's... Yeah, even with the hero power, it's still not enough. Yeah, he has lethal. I mean, there's nothing else I could do. Just if I survive, I do have Feral Rage, but a little bit too little, too late. I mean, he's going to do 1 damage. It's pretty pathetic. Look at the bad manners in this guy. Yeah. So, like I said, this list will be not that good against the mirror, but it, in theory, could have a better chance against... aggro. Problem is, it doesn't have Raven Idol, stuff like that. You know, he's greedy. Though those type of cards aren't going to win Jade Idol in the long run. It's just not really possible. Well, it could be, but you know, you can't. Your deck can't be. Your deck can't be 100% good against everything. What won him the turn was the the Avatar War Founder, and then that spell. That just if it wasn't for that, I would have probably been able to keep in there. And plus, I didn't get any of my Feral. So she's Reno. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna get going. Reno Mage, the Jade Druid tends to own, but there's always the chance that that doesn't happen. And this will be the last one. Hopefully it'll be a win. If not, well, what can you do? Okay, so he does that. That's fine. So we will... we could actually protect our board. As much as I like card draw, I rather keep my minion on board. Plus it entices him to use a ping. So that's nice. Usually with the Wrath you want to draw, cycle, not removal. Alright, so next turn is really bad for me. the behemoth. So next turn we definitely have a neat card draw. That's really bad. I having no turn 4 is really bad. Hopefully he won't do counter spell. So he doesn't have a turn 4, so we're even Steven. Feral Rage is going to be good. Okay, so our hand is pretty bad. Just nothing but removal. Alright. So next turn we have the behemoth, and then we have card draw, we have removal. Yeah, it's amazing how a coin flip RNG could win you games in Hearthstone. That's nature of the beast. Alright, so now if this keeps up and I see nothing but control or mirror, I'm gonna take this back to the greedy list, the slower list, so I could, you know, have better results. Alright, so that's bad. We'll most likely be able to deal with it. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so we could ignore it and develop the board. Let's do this. We could do that as well, but we will do this. I want to protect my minions as much, get some base damage. Alright. Actually, that's a misplay. I should have saved him for the auctioneer or used it as a nuke. That's actually a misplay. Totally forgot. So used to just putting it down on board. And he clears my board, but that is not good. So what we're going to do is let's do Nourish. Ooh. We're not gonna put down nah. Alright. We're gonna save the spells for Auctioneer, and then next turn we have Brand and
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
draw their card. Wow, okay, so we have to remove that. Because that's just totally insane. Alright, so we could do two things. We could do swipe. Hold on, let's see what's the best here. We don't have enough mana to do... We could do this, but then he'll get a free kill. Oh man, I really hate... So we got some stuff for next turn. So I've never seen that card played yet. Interesting. Maybe he's not Reno? Interesting. Okay. Good to see good stuff. That's one cool thing about this rank. Oh, wow. That's really bad because I can't use Feral Rage. That's game! There's no way for me to deal with that. That's why I need Mulch in this deck. There's just no way for me to deal with that, but we will get some stuff going. Get a good board. He's going to get so much value. If he has Flame Strike, it's going to be really, really bad. Hopefully we can recover. But yeah, Mulch is definitely... God damn it. Yeah, there's just no way. Without an answer to Antonitis, he's probably Reno, but I have no way of dealing with that. I mean, 4 or 5, that's just not enough. Let's see what this does. Oh, no, it's just too little, too late. Let's just do that. There's just no way I can recover from this. The only way is to flood the board, but even then, I need Mulch then. You see, this deck's so geared towards anti-aggro, but look, it's just, there's no way I could, there's just no way. Without, I just don't have enough, I do have another Feral Rage, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, man. I tech for anti-agro, and I get nothing but...
For the wild.
Well, a little bit too little, too late. I mean, he pretty much has lethal. I'm going to concede because he has a couple fireballs, and that is it. So, it's a bad start. But like I said, that's where a meta call is. If it's a lot of, let's look over the list here. Like right tonight, there's no aggro, so if I were to make some quick changes, I would obviously get rid of a Feral Rage, put a Mulch, put back the Wild Growth maybe, and no, actually get rid of Mulch, keep the 2 Feral Rage, get rid of Jones. But anyways, it is what it is, guys. You can't, unfortunately, in the game, you tech one way, and if you don't get it, you have to tech the other. I don't know. Now watch me switch it up, and I get nothing but aggro. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.